Alright, so in today's episode of I Screwed Up, I found some of my 12mm brass that didn't get cleaned. This was in my range box, I guess. Last time I went out, I forgot to clean it out. Also, some really badly tarnished 303. And they're Berdan primed. These are ones that I pulled apart to salvage some bullets. So we're going to put these in here. We'll test out the, what is it, Frankfurt Arsenal wet tumbler. So far this has worked excellent. We got a couple 3220s that were in there with them, so they picked up a bit of corrosion. We're going to go in there. And this is just dishwasher soap. Dump some of that in there. Come on. And we're going to let this go all night. Maybe. Get cover on it. There we go. It is currently about 9 p.m. We'll come out and check this sometime tomorrow morning, probably around 9 o'clock. Alright, so here's that brass that was heavily corroded. You can see it's taken almost all of it off. Actually, the worst one in here is that piece of 3220. So, I don't know, I might have to take some Scotch-Brite to them. 303s turned out alright. There were some 7555 in there. Now these ones here, they fit loosely inside of the 5070s, which is a no-no. Because I actually had to destroy one to get them apart. Not a big loss. These are Berdan primed anyway, and I don't shoot 7.5. But usually what I'll do if I get some odd ones like this, or even the old 303s with the Berdan primer pockets, I'll turn them into keychains and give them to someone. So anyway, these are going to go back in for another 12 hours and see what they look like then. Sometimes I found that once you get to this stage, that's about as far as the tumbler will take them. You either got to take Scotch-Brite to them, or if you fire them again and the brass stretches and contracts a little bit, it'll actually chip a lot of that off. I don't know, kind of like thermal shocking or whatever, but you'll be able to clean it some more. So it's going to go back in, and we'll give it another 12 hours. Alright, so this is going to be the conclusion part of my video. Now, in a previous video you might have heard me say that my tumbler dies, and that is true. What actually happened was it was leaking a little bit of water out the front, and it ran down on the switch, and then the switch died. So I took it apart and bypassed the switch for now. So first thing with these, you can see this line right here. This is what happens when you put two different types of brass together that'll fit inside of each other. Now, I don't think I really gained anything in the last 10 hours or so that ran before it died, because the corrosion is just, it's not coming off. Don't get me wrong, it is way better than it was before, and certainly fireable for the most part, but inside of these is still quite gross. So what I'm going to do is put just that 5070 back in and let it go all night now that I got the tumbler fixed. And I'm going to throw that one in too, because that's got some gunk on it. So you can reclaim some brass, and I'm sure the insides of these were a lot a lot dirtier than they were before. If it doesn't come out this time, I'll take a wire brush to the inside of it, I guess. I might also put some, I don't know, limashine or some type of citric acid. In fact, I got some hand cleaner. Maybe I'll dump some of that in there. But this just goes to show you can take some pretty dirty, crusty looking brass and bring it back. I've even taken stuff like this that's really heavily tarnished, and it will eventually, it'll never go like, well, it could if you polished it, but I've taken stuff like this and I brought it back. Usually cracks when you fire it, but not always. There's a pretty cruddy one. Oh, that'll jam. Not gonna do that. Anyway, that's it for this video. So, you know, those went from slimy green, well, crusty green to just a little bit of discoloration. Certainly loadable. I'll throw them back in, see if I can get the insides a bit cleaner, and then that'll be it. Anyways, thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you next time.